x equals opposite b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Welcome to Algebra 2, the quadratic formula. It's such a great formula because you can plug in your arbitrary constants of a, b, or c and get all of the values of x. But why memorize something if you don't know where it comes from? Today, we're going to be learning how to derive the quadratic formula. To derive the quadratic formula from the standard quadratic equation form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, all I have to do is essentially solve for x. So let's subtract c from both sides, and we get x squared plus bx equals negative c, ax squared. And then divide everything by a to isolate the x squared, and you get x squared plus b over ax equals negative c over a. Now here's the tricky part. We all know that x plus a, all of that squared, equals x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. These two terms here, the x squared and the 2ax, represent the terms we already have over here, and this term over here represents the term that we need to add to both sides of the equation to do what is called completing the square. So what do 2a and a squared have in common? If you divide 2a by 2 and then square it, you get a squared. So let's do the same over here. And we get x squared plus b over ax plus b squared over 4a squared equals negative c over a plus b squared over 4a squared. Now over here, we know that this equals x plus a, so this equals x plus b over 2a, all of that squared. And this over here, if we combine the terms, it equals b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Now, if we take the square root of both sides, we get x plus b over 2a equals the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Then if we subtract b over 2a from both sides, we get x equals negative b plus or minus, because whenever you take the square root, you have to do plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all of that over 2a. And there's the quadratic formula from the standard form quadratic equation. I find that once I know where something is from, it's easier to memorize. So, sing along with me to the tune of Pop Goes the Weasel. X equals opposite b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. One more time. X equals opposite b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.